What's up, guys? It's Edgar Berlanga, and I'm here at TheOnlyKayla Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. I am your host, TheOnlyKayla, and today I am so excited about my next guest. Thank you so much for stopping by, Edgar Berlanga.
How you doing?
I'm good. So this is a full circle moment, I feel like, for both of us because I interviewed you back in 2021, and at that time, you were on the undercard for Tyson Fury.
Okay,
remember that? Yeah. I remember you were getting, a lot of people were talking about you. You had brought in a lot of viewers. It was a great fight. And in that interview, I asked you, who would be your dream opponent? Do you remember what you said?
Canelo.
Yeah? You said Canelo. And I remember when we spoke about it, I was like, yo, when that day comes, you made it. So now we're here, 3 years later. You got the Canelo fight.
Yeah.
And you guys are fighting on my birthday, September 14th.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I'm just really excited. You know, we got Bodie from New York. Tell me, how does it feel? 3 years ago, you said you wanted to fight Canelo, and today you got that fight.
It's a dream come true. You know, a lot of people, on the media or the haters, they're like, I don't deserve to be here. I feel like I do deserve to be here. I've been manifesting this fight for years. And, I think it's going to be something amazing. I think, it's something for the history books. Mexico versus Puerto Rico, that's been always the greatest rivalry in boxing. I feel like even if, the more successful I get in life, I'm still going to have the haters. I always had that, I feel like me growing up, I always had people hating on me, envying me, But I got used to it. Like what Floyd said, if they ain't hating, then you ain't doing nothing right, So you need the haters. Those are the ones that's going to support you, that's going to buy the pay-per-views, that's going to pay to see you lose. So, I just got to roll with the punches. I'm humbled about it. I'm happy. I'm excited. It's a dream come true. Definitely I want to give, glory to God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Like I always say, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this position.
Right. Now, did you, when it was announced, right? Because I know there were some rumors that were circulating, and then we heard it might happen, it might not happen, and then we just were hearing so many different things. But once it was announced, it is official. Did you expect to get this much backlash?
Yeah, of course, man.
Did you really?
But, yeah, I mean, on the media. Yeah. Because it's just social media. Because when I was at his fight, when he fought Munguia,
I saw that you were with the flag and everything.
I had the Mexicans going crazy for me. I was in the MGM Grand in the lobby. Security was just begging my team and me to leave the scene. They was like, yo, go back upstairs to your room, please, because it's just getting crazy. It's getting out of control. And it was just me just trolling. I just wanted to show the people, look, I'm here, And people was like, oh my God, we didn't know we was gonna get the fight, but it was just like, oh my God, that's Canelo's next opponent. It was just going crazy, and showing me so much love. So when I go on social media, I'm like, and then I see these people, right, that talk and they just talk and they talk, and I go and I check who they follow me. So
it's always somebody that's gonna follow you.
Yeah, so it's more of a, they want to get a response out of me. I feel like, a lot of these people want a response. They want to get a free ticket to the fight to go see me fight.
But how do you block out all the noise? Because that's got to be tough, just scrolling and seeing all these different comments.
I just keep God first and foremost. I be in my Bible a lot now, because, it's a lot of, demonic spirits out there. There's a lot of demonic people. There's a lot of envy people out there. There's a lot of hate, so I just be in my word a lot. And now, for this camp, I just really, I'll delete Instagram app. I'm not really on Instagram like that. Really? I'll post up once in a blue. Yesterday, I posted something up, trolling, but that's about it. But I don't really be too much on the gram no more, because I know there's a lot of, eventually you keep seeing the same thing over and over and over. It's going to be in your mind. These people, oh, you're going to get knocked down in 3 rounds. You're going to not, sometimes I look at it because it fuels me, I just like, oh, I need that, I need that hate, that's what drives me, that's what makes me go hard in the gym, that's what makes me push those extra miles, push those extra rounds in the gym, so, that's how I just block everything out, I'm used to it now too, from the last time when I fought, with Angulo and they suspended me, for the Mike Tyson air bite and stuff. So,
I was there for that fight.
Yeah, so, I mean, with that's how I had to learn, 'cause I never had crazy backlash like that until that happened. And from there, I was just like, I had to know how to roll with the punches, you know?
Yeah, it's gotta be tough, but I think that's good that sometimes, like, just anybody needs to delete the app or sometimes put your phone down. Because if you continue to read that, it's gonna get the best of you, like, for sure. You know, without even realizing, you know? So how did this come about? Because I know that there were different people's names that were kind of in the running, and then it was announced that you might be, you know, the next person getting in the ring with Canelo. So how did that happen? Like, did his team approach yours?
So, you know, my last fight, you know, we knocked out Patrick McCrory. You know, he was a tough competitor. You know, he was the IBO light heavyweight world champion. He came down to 168. We beat him, and we became the WBA mandatory for his belt. So that was like the first step. You know, which being the mandatory, and then you know, just I guess, you know, just putting the puzzles together, man. I went to Vegas to his fight. I seen Luis de Cuba's at one of the, you know, the press conference, and I showed him, you know, he showed me mad love. I showed him mad love, and I told him, I said, yo, we gotta make this fight happen, bro. Like, we gotta make it happen. He was like, yeah, we gonna see what's up. You know, we just gotta see what's up with this fight in May. All right, so we left it like that. And then, you know, when I got to Vegas, you know, I had like, after that Vegas trip, I gained like almost 20,000 followers. That's crazy. And I was just over there, you know, just doing interviews. You know, I was just talking my shit. And then like a week before that, I went to the Alex Sensation concert.
Okay, yes.
And he brought out so he invited me and CJ, you know, Whoopty. He invited us to go. They threw me on the stage, and I told Alex Sensation, like, I didn't even know we was getting a fight, but I'm like, yo, I'm fighting Canelo in September. He was like, for real? I said, we fighting him in September.
That's crazy.
And he went in front of 20,000 people and was like, yo, like, Alex Sensation was like, yo, Edgar Berlanga, le voy a pelear con Canelo en septiembre, whatever. The arena went crazy. Like, I felt the screams that I felt from the people, that energy, it just hit my chest. And that's when I knew, I was like, damn, this really could happen, you know? Still not knowing that we could probably get the fight, you know, because obviously he still had a gear. And then, you know, I went to Vegas, went to the fight, and I shook up Vegas, you know? I just started shaking everything up. And I don't know, I feel like, and then I wound up bumping into Canelo during his weigh-in. I was walking, because I was doing an interview when he was doing his weigh-in. So I was doing an interview with DAZN. I walked out, and I posted up the video. You know, so we greeted each other, you know what I'm saying? It was none but respect. And then Eddie Reynoso greeted me as well. So right there, it was like more of a thing that, you know, Canelo's brother was like, when he seen me, Canelo's brother, he was like, yo soy un gran fanático de ti. Wow, tú eres un monstruo. Like, he was showing me mad love, you know, like crazy love, hugging me, you know, his team, his other brother was hugging me, telling me like, oh, tú estás grande, tú estás fuerte, you know, and I already knew, I'm like, damn, you know, I think this could possibly happen, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Canelo, he don't like guys, you know, that talk shit. You know, he like respectful guys and stuff. So
which I think was good that you did.
Yeah,
was
for
that
sure.
you showed that you had interest. You showed that you're like, yo, I could get in the ring with you, but I'm not gonna get too crazy with it.
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
I think he respected that a lot.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like now, you know, I'm a gentleman at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We fighters in the ring, but outside the ring, I'm a gentleman. And yeah, I mean, shit, we here now.
Yeah, you got a lot of people mad.
Everybody tight.
Yo,
I know Benavidez is sick. His father's sick. Morrell's sick. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys, Benavidez gonna have to fight Canelo when Canelo has like 100 fights probably or something. Canelo's probably gonna be like 60. He probably give him the fight. His father's a crab. You know, like, you know it's a crab, right? Like, you know, in New York, you see a crab in the barrel. Crab, you know, crabs in the barrel. They will never get out the barrel. He's a crab. In Vegas, I was walking into the MGM, and this was right after the fight, and they was interviewing his dad, and he was talking mad about me, mad And when I walked up, I said, yo, what up? I'm like, yo, what up? He's like, oh, man. He started, no, this is a good guy here, man. You know, started showing me mad love. Yeah. And a brother that was there was like, yo, you was just talking mad about him. You fake, you fake, bro. You fake. And I'm like, this dude's a crab, you know what I'm saying? That's why guys like him, they don't get blessed like that, you feel me? Like, you don't get opportunities just like that, you feel me? Because you're a crab. He's a crab and his dad is a crab too.
I think where their frustration lies is that Benavidez has been, you know, and I've interviewed Benavidez before, and I think where their frustration lies is that Benavidez has been the number one contender for Canelo for the last 3 years, and he feels like he deserves a shot, and he hasn't been given one.
Yeah.
But I think at this point, I just think it's got to be something personal, because
it is personal.
I think, and I don't mean with them, I think Canelo I think just he may not want to give them the satisfaction of like, yeah, we can get in the ring, even though obviously that's a fight that a lot of boxing fans and want to see. And I hope even then that we eventually do get to see that. But yeah, I think it's been a tough pill to swallow for sure.
It's definitely personal though, because it was more of a, you fight me, you're going to make more than 7 figures, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not letting, then you want to go ahead and disrespect me, and that's how Canelo rolls, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he's at that level where he could do whatever he wants now. He could fight whoever he wants. He controls boxing at this point, you know what I'm saying? You got to respect it. He fought, his resume speaks for itself, you know what I'm saying? He fought Floyd, Triple G. The list goes, like, he fought Shane Moes, like, the list could keep going, and this Larry Lara, like, he fought legends, you feel me? So I feel like he could do that, I
said the same thing. I said, a lot of people have their reasons as to who they feel like he should fight, but I feel like Canelo has such one of the best boxing resumes in the sport that he has a right to pick and choose at this point in his career who he wants to fight and who he doesn't want to fight. Even though, obviously as boxing fans, we're like, we want to see this, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he has that right, and I'm happy he's fighting you. I'm Boricua too. We're from New York, and I'm super excited. And another topic that has been coming up is like, people feel like, oh, he's fighting Berlanga, but Canelo's gonna basically do all the work in terms of like tickets. But I'm like, don't sleep on Berlanga. Berlanga's brand and Berlanga's support is on another level. And you're gonna, I even asked my audience on YouTube.
I just got off the phone with Tiger, Rich the Kid, Fat Joe. Like, these are the conversations that, that I'm having with these type of people that's gonna be at the fight. NBA players, Jose Alvarado, like, the list could keep going on and
Canelo's gonna bring him out, but so is Berlanga. I said Canelo's gonna bring him out, but so is Berlanga.
Oh yeah, for sure, 1,000%. Like, my walkout is gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be, that's like, you know what it is too. Like, people just go off social media so much because they see the hate, so they're like, oh my god, these people are gonna still buy the pay-per-views. Like,
for sure,
they still gonna buy. They're gonna still tune in as much as they talking crap about me on social media. They still gonna tune in.
Exactly.
I'm a ticket seller and I'm a knockout artist. So and I'm Puerto Rican and I'm from New York.
Come on,
and I'm swaggy. So it's like, I'm not a boring guy. Like, I bring entertainment to the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
Plus, the main thing is like, I could fight. Plus, I got everything. I got the Spanish crowd, and then I got the hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying, with me as well. So,
listen. I'm not about to argue with people, but I'm like, Berlanga's gonna sell tickets.
Yeah,
like, Berlanga's got me. We saw. I've been to now, I think 3 of your fights I've covered, and every time I go to them, it is insane. The support that you get, not just from the Latin community, but just in general. Like, you have a big audience, and so, like I said, I'm super excited for the fight. But I did want to talk about something that you had mentioned. You had mentioned in your interview with Cigar Talk, shout out to Najee, you had said that you are the 3rd biggest name in your division. Now that you're fighting Canelo, do you feel that you are now like the 2nd, like you are right behind Canelo in your division?
Yeah, once I'm done with this fight, yeah, definitely. I feel like after this right here is superstar, duper star status, like, for real, like, it's gonna get crazy. And we needed this moment, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And the man upstairs presented me this moment, and I got to take advantage of it. I gotta go out there and make myself a legend now. I'm fighting a legend, so now I got to make myself a legend. I got to prove my point and, just prove the haters wrong and, do it for my family and for my last name, Berlanga. That's what I always think about. I got my son, he's 3 years old, and I want him to get old. When he gets old and he starts understanding boxing and understanding what life is, he could look back and be like, damn, like, my dad was a legend, And I want to go to Puerto Rico and bring my kids when I go out there and be like, yo, look at your dad, man. Like, with murals on the wall, and people show me a crazy amount of love, So that's my goal, and, that's my dream. And, it's finally here, September 14th. It's going to be remembered for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would love to see you fight. You have to fight in Puerto Rico, at least. You have to have at least one fight in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
But that was another thing that I was like seeing, right? People want to say, oh, why Berlanga? But my thing is like, why are we even angry at somebody who's getting an opportunity of his lifetime to feed his family, to, you know, to make an even bigger name for himself. Like, why are we hating on that? You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
So much hate, man.
I don't know how you deal with it.
It's crazy. Like, I don't understand, but it's just more hate. Like, these people still gonna watch me. Like, I don't understand. Like, then when they see me, like, if I run into them in person, they still gonna be on it. They gonna still try to be on the bandwagon and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, yesterday I ran like 9 miles yesterday, and I'm running. I was just talking, and I was talking to the camera. You know, I had the camera crew with me, and I'm just like, yo, all y'all gonna eat y'all words. Like, everybody out there that's hating on me. You know, when you're anointed by God, and when you chosen, that's why I name myself the chosen one. Yeah. And I know I'm anointed. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that ever like wish bad on me or está tirando la mala, ¿me entiendes? Like, they throwing bad stuff at me so I could fail. It reverses back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
for sure. Now that, now that this fight is announced, now that, you know, you're about to head to your training camp, are you going to be training differently for this fight? Because obviously this is a fight that, you know, this is a big fight, you know? So are you going to be doing anything differently in your daily regimens, your training routine, sparring?
I mean, we're already in camp, you know. I'm just finishing up out there, you know. I just want to have, you know, and I'm fine out here. You know, we could have did camp out here, but you know, Canelo's he's in high altitude, so that's where I want to be. Where he's at, I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have or ever think that he got one up on me. You know what I'm saying? And that even comes from training too. You feel me? Like, I want to be in that area where he's at. You know, I want to breathe what he's breathing. You feel me? Like, I want to do what he's doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when it's time to fight, you know, I got that in my heart. Like, I was where you was at, I was at. Yeah. You feel me?
You want to prove to him, like, I'm on the same level, or like, I'm going there.
And I got a heart of a lion, man. Like, listen, man, we're not going in there for a paycheck. You know, I don't even care about the money. Like, the money is nothing to me. For me, like, I know God gonna bless me. Like, I'm never gonna be at my lowest ever again. You know what I'm saying? And I know. Right now, it's just about legacy for me, and it's about me really going out there and putting on for Puerto Rico, you know, for New York, and just for the whole world, because I got a lot of fans around the whole world that they living their dreams, they living through me, you feel me? Especially the kids that possibly could never be at my level where I'm at, you feel me? But through me winning, they win, you know? So I'm going in with something different for sure.
And I think it's wonderful that you're doing it and you're, like, giving the praise to God and you're giving the thanks to God, because, you know, everybody needs God, you know what I mean? And I think it's amazing that, you know, you have that support system from your family, from your friends, and then also, like, on the spiritual side. I think that's really amazing. Now, without giving away the game plan too much, I want to know, what are your predictions on how this fight is gonna go?
You know,
or how would you like it to go?
It's gonna be fireworks. I know for sure. You know, you got a Mexican brawler that punches, and you got a guy like me, you know, Puerto Rican brawler that punches. You know, so just expect fireworks, man. Like, you ain't gonna see none of that running around and, you know, being scared to get hit by shots. Like, that's not gonna happen. You know, I know he fought the best. He got punched out by the best. You feel me? Like, Triple G's was one of the hardest punches at the 160, 168 division. You feel me? So, like, you know what we've been talking about. I gotta, you know, if I could say, I gotta put my balls on the table. You feel me? And lay it there and you know. Yeah. And let it all out in that ring. You feel me? And go out. If I gotta go on my sword, that's how it's gonna go. You know. But definitely we gonna put that work in. And we've been putting that work in. And you know, it's going to be something for the books. And I keep saying there's going to be something special that's going to happen that night. Like, for sure, I feel it in my bones, man. Like, something special going to happen that night. Yeah. And everyone, I'm telling you now, everyone that's been talking, that's been chatting, they're going to eat our words, man. They're going to eat our words.
Yeah, they're going to be like, where you at now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm really, like I said again, I'm really, really excited about that. You know, you said it's going to be fireworks, it's going to be entertaining. Do you think, because this is another, you know, I'm just asking based on, like, what I've been seeing people saying online, you know, do you think that it's true that you think that Canelo is going to take it easy on you?
Nah, hell no.
Because that's been, so I was reading the comments and people are like, oh, Canelo's going to take it easy on him because, you know, he's a nice guy, but he took it easy on Munguia. Yeah.
He went and bought a Munguia G-Wagon, man, right after the fight.
Yeah.
Well, me, he not going to do that. I'm
No.
Puerto Rican. You know, he probably did that to Munguia because he's Mexican.
He's Mexican, yeah.
And that's like, you know, he's young and he knows that, Canelo knows that he's on his way out, you know, and Munguia's my age. So Munguia got another probably like 6-7 years in the sport.
On, you know, Cinco de Mayo, you don't want to knock out a Mexican on Cinco de Mayo.
Exactly, you don't want to do him dirty like that. But me, he gonna try to do me filthy. I know.
You think so?
Yeah, hell yeah, I know. For sure, he gonna try to do me. I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Everything in this camp is mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, right now it's not physical with this camp. You know what I'm saying? It's all mental.
Yeah,
IQ,
for sure.
Mental and IQ. That's it. And I keep saying it because what is it that you're gonna bring to the table to fight Canelo? You can't bring physical. He fought guys that was strong. He fought guys that was tall. He fought bigger guys. He fought shorter guys. You know what I'm saying? Is this that's gonna change the outcome of a fight?
Are you looking to get bigger and better competition after this Canelo fight?
Oh, of course. You know, I want to fight the best, man, and it just got to make sense too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the numbers got to make sense. Everything just got to make sense. I'm at the point now, you know, and you know how it is. That's why it's so hard to just make big fights in the sport because, you know, a lot of times, you know, the numbers don't be adding up the way it's supposed to be for me. So that's why the fans like, oh, you know, boxing's not dying out, but that's why you don't see a lot of big fights happening right away. It's because of the money, you know what I'm saying? And because of the numbers. It's a lot that has to go into
politics.
There's a lot of politics, you know what I'm saying? And you're not just going to take a fight like, you know, we were supposed to fight Munguia, like, and they was offering us Munguia in January.
Before Canelo?
Yeah, before he fought Ryder, and we were like, you know what I'm saying? The numbers wasn't right. We didn't like the numbers.
Sense,
it wasn't making sense. You feel me? And now we was just saying, now we'll pass on it. You know what I'm saying? And look,
you passed on it. Now you got Canelo.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, it's about making the right moves. You know, and boxing is definitely a chess. You know what I'm saying? It's a chess game in this game, and you got to be smart. You got to have a strong team.
Yeah.
You got to have smart people around you. You know, you can't have no leeches or none, and you got to have just intelligent people that know the sport to make those chess moves, and that's what we did. And
look what happened. One door closed and another one opened.
Yeah, 1,000%.
You know, a big one. You know,
super big one.
So that's absolutely amazing. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about because you did say you want to, you know, start fighting after Canelo. You know, you're gonna get in the ring. Obviously, if it makes sense. We saw you talking crazy with Kayla Plant, and we saw that interaction. Do you see that ever happen? Like ever? Do you ever see yourself getting in the ring with him at some point in your career, or do you feel like that's just something you don't want to entertain?
Yeah, for sure. I see myself getting in the ring with him.
I think that would be a great fight too.
Yeah, he needs guys like me.
He needs guys like you.
Yeah, he can't sell. He can't sell. He don't sell nothing. He's actually fighting on my card now.
Really?
Yeah, he's on my card. That's my son now. He's on my card. He was talking all that yapping. Now he's fighting on my card. Because
he was supposed to fight in August.
Yeah. Now he's fighting on my card.
But that hasn't been announced yet.
Nah, but I already know he's on the card.
He's on the card.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, he can't sell out a family dinner. And he could get tight, but it's the truth.
Damn, don't do plan like that.
No, he don't sell. He got in order for him to sell, he got to fight a big name. You know what I'm saying? But I do see myself fighting him. You know what I'm saying, in the future for sure. You know, he'll bring a good fight.
I think that'd be a great fight.
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure. And I told him before when we had that little altercation in Vegas, I told him I got respect for him because, you know, he fought Canelo, fought Benavidez.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was at that level, you feel me? And not a lot of guys get a chance to get to fight at that level, you feel me? So he did it, you know, and that's why I say, I take my hat off to you. But he just kept yapping. But I know why, because he wanted to fight, you know? He needed a fight, you feel me? Like, nobody's not really paying attention to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he's doing that, the antics with me. Then he's seen Ryan Garcia do the drink at Ryan Garcia. Like,
I was there for that fight.
Yeah, he's just trying
I was there for the altercation, yeah.
Yeah, he's just trying to create stuff just to stir it up, just to keep his name relevant in the sport.
I will say, though, in his defense, Ryan Garcia was talking crazy about his family. Like, about his wife, and you know what I mean? And, like, I'm sure, like, you would probably feel the same way. So, someone talking crazy about your girl, your kid,
but
he
was saying it before, or it was after?
He said it before. He said it before because I remember I was in Vegas for that Tank fight, and I remember they were like going back and forth on Twitter Ryan Garcia was talking about his wife and stuff, and so that was like all of us were kind of like looking around like, oh shoot, Plant is here, oh shoot, Garcia's gonna be here, so we didn't really know how that was gonna play out, but yeah, I think you guys should definitely fight. I think that would be a great fight to see, and I do want to talk a little bit about something that was said. So David Morrell recently said this fight, once it was announced, this fight is BS. I'm quoting it. Everybody knows it. He also said that before Benavidez moved up to 175, that Benavidez was number 1 next in line to fight Canelo, and that David Morrell was number 2. And he also mentioned if you ever watched Berlanga fight before, he is over. What do you have to say to that?
Who is Morrell? Again, who is Morrell? He don't sell. He's a nobody, and he's another dude that looks for clout. Just like when I was at the fight, he was drunk. He was probably coked up or something. He was on drugs. And I was walking in. I was walking through the back. It was me, Rich the Kid. It was me, Rich the Kid, and Fat Joe. We was walking in together. We just finished having dinner. We walking into the fight. He's there drunk, acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? So he's a good fighter, you feel me? But he's a guy. He's a cornball, bro. Like I don't pay no mind to him. Like, yeah. He's another dude. You know what I'm saying? He a cornball. Like,
so it's safe to say you probably don't want to fight him down the line?
Nah, yeah, he a sucker. He ain't getting an opportunity at all.
Okay, now what do you have to say about Benavidez also chimed in, and I'm sure you heard this. He also chimed in and said, it's a trash fight. Nobody wants to see that, and that Canelo just doesn't fight the strongest opponents.
Yeah, no, I seen that, and he a clown too. He's saying it's a trash fight. But if me and him was to fight, he wouldn't be saying it'll be a trash fight. He's only saying it's a trash fight because he ain't get the fight. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo's not giving him that fight and won't ever probably give him that fight. You feel me? But he's a clown. His father's a clown. You know, so that's what I posted up on Instagram. Like, you do clown activity, doing clown shit, he's a clown. He's a cornball. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you don't get blessed like that. You feel me? Because you want to be always. When he was fighting when he fought Plant, all these guys, you never hear me saying, oh, no, that's a trash-ass fight. He a hater. You feel me? So I don't pay no mind to him, too.
So would you ever, I mean, I know he said now that he's going to stay at 175 after Canelo announced, prior to Canelo announcing when his last fight in the press conference, he said, I'm looking to dominate in 175 and 168. Yeah. And then when, Canelo announced that you were going to be his next opponent, he was like, all right, I'm just going to stay at 175. If he was to come down at 168, would you fight Benavidez?
Oh, of course. Yeah, that'll be a big fight.
I would love to see that because that's also, Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry.
Yeah, that's a big fight. You know what I'm saying? That's another money fight right there.
Yeah, big one.
It's something big right there. And you know that with me and him, I'm not gonna be running. He's not gonna be running.
No.
It's gonna be mano a mano. We're gonna be going.
That's gonna be like, I feel like that's gonna be like a street fight. That's gonna be like, it's gonna be crazy. So that's good to hear. Yeah. I feel like that would be cool. Benavidez should come down to
Morrell's a cornball. He's a cornball.
Like, so you would pick fight Benavidez over Morrell?
Yeah, he's a cornball. He be always talking man like out of here, bozo.
I just wanted to play a fun rapid fire segment with you. So we played this the first time I interviewed you. So I want to see if the answers are kind of the same. Okay. All right. So the first question is, who is the most famous contact in your phone?
Daddy Yankee.
Oh, hello, that's huge. And I saw you guys in the gym together too a few years back. Okay, so that's different. The first time you said Lil Wayne. So
I still got Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that phone book is star-studded. Next question is, what's your favorite post-fight meal? After a big win, what is like the first thing you want to eat?
After September 14th.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wanna in my room. I wanna have some wings, some buffalo wings.
I love buffalo wings. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Stinky people. I don't like And everybody knows me. I'm big on smell. You heard? Like, get one of my bags. I probably got like three colognes in there. I got like a Dolce Gabbana. I got a Creed. Like, I'm always like, people look at me, they be like, yo, why you spraying cologne on like during training? Like, I'm like, shh. I don't know. I just funk. I don't like stinky people. I don't like stink. I don't like none of that.
Would you say something if somebody smells?
Depending on who it is.
You said somebody said yes.
I want to shoot him down, but
yeah.
I'll just back away from him.
If you cool with them.
like you would start noticing like I'm not around you.
Be like, yo, why am I talking to you, Edgar? You down there?
Yeah, you stink, bro.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next.
Oh, I had bad breath. Oh my God. Like, I'm the type, like...
So it still smells, yeah.
Huh?
That still smells.
Stink, yeah.
Yeah, stinky.
But, like, you could have stinky hair, but, like, bad breath is... Oh, my... Yo, that right there... Every time I'm home, I'm like, brushing my teeth, like...
2-3 times a day.
Yeah, always. Like, because don't get me wrong, like, you outside, if you brushing your teeth one time a day, you're going to be the whole day outside with your breath stinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know how some people just brush their teeth in the morning and they go to sleep with not brushing their teeth? Like, you got to brush your teeth.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not with that. Next question is, in your opinion, who is the greatest boxer of all time?
The greatest boxer of all time, for me, Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
He's the... Like, people going to take it wrong and be like, oh, no, he's not. Like, for me, he is.
But that's what I'm saying, in your opinion. It's your opinion.
Like, I feel like he's the one that... He changed boxing for us, first of all, as far as with money. All these fighters that Devin Haney, Javante, I mean, there's a lot of fighters that try to imitate him, like his swag and shit with the security guards and the dressing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of that now because of him. You feel me? Like, before him, nobody wasn't doing that until now. You feel me? Like, now you start seeing a lot of fighters.
Like with security, jewelry, and all that stuff? Or you just mean like flashy?
Not just, you know, just doing what he do. Like, I was watching Floyd the other day, like all his old accesses, all his 24/7s when he was with HBO. And just his swag, you feel me? Like, just his swag, how, you know, with the chains on and the security guards and, you know, being in the gym with females and shit, having girls in the gym. Like, that's all from Floyd. Like, Floyd did all of that. You feel me? Like, nobody was bringing females to the gym. He's definitely a trendsetter, you know what I'm saying? And people got to respect him for that. Everybody got to respect him. Like, he definitely changed the sport for us.
No, for sure. Floyd's impact in the sport of boxing is, like, unmatched. Next question is, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? Losing.
Losing?
Yeah.
And in general, or just like losing in the sport?
Losing in the sport.
Losing in the sport.
That's my biggest fear. I feel like that's what drives me to become great in the sport.
What is the worst advice you've ever gotten? You don't have to say from who, but what's the worst advice that you ever got? That someone told you something and you were like, yo, that is trash. I am never going to take that advice. Again, you don't have to, because we're not messy. You don't have to say who it's from.
I won't say who it's from.
No.
But one of the worst advice I ever got was, get money. That was like the most dumbest shit. And it was from a person that's like, you could just tell, like, he was just a dummy.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, I'm trying to think. There's a lot.
Your all-time favorite movie?
All-time favorite movie, You Got Served.
Really?
You know You Got Served?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's a classic. But really, that's your favorite movie, You Got Served?
Yeah.
How do you find the motivation to push yourself? Because I'm sure cutting weight is probably a lot. Training at this level that you're training at is probably really grueling as well. So how do you push yourself mentally and physically?
You know, one strategy I got from Andre Ward, you know, me and Andre Ward been texting and stuff, and you know, just watching for overtraining, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of fighters at this level that get this shot at this level, you know, they tend to overtrain themselves from fear of, you know, of just possibly losing, or just fear of just, you know, getting tired, or just fear, you feel me? And a lot of times you go overboard than what you should have, you feel me? And with this camp, it's different, you know what I'm saying? I'm really understanding my body, and I'm taking more rest days.
That's
good. Normal, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, I'll push, if I'm pushing 3-4 days hard, like grueling days, like 2-3 a days, and I'm pushing 4 days hard, you know, I'll probably take off 2 days, you know, just to get that, you know what I'm saying? Get that, before I used to not take no days off, you feel me? And, you know, that comes from, then you start seeing yourself fatiguing faster, you know, you start you get overtrained and stuff. I feel like that's what happened with Munguia. I feel like, you know, watching that fight over and over and over, he got tired. Like, I feel like in the third round, he already gassed out a little bit. You know, he was still throwing punches, but his body,
the momentum, fatigue, when he was losing momentum a little bit.
The fatigue looked like it kicked in too fast. And for me seeing when he fought like John Ryder, you know, he was energetic. When he fought, even when he fought my boy Sergey Derevchenko, you know, that was a crazy fight too for him. But he was energetic, you know what I'm saying? And with this fight, you know, I feel like he was just declining, you know what I'm saying? And that could possibly be from like, you know, from overtraining.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you oh my God, you know, I'm fighting Canelo Alvarez, and next thing you know, you trying to run 10 miles every day, and it's like,
oh my gosh, can you imagine running 10 miles a day?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, and also you don't want to injure yourself in the process and then not get the opportunity to fight. You know what I mean?
Sure. So it's all, you know, just about being smart, you know what I'm saying, and making the right moves.
Yeah, and now you've been in the sport, you know, for several years, and like we had mentioned before, you know, I don't know how you do it. Like, I don't know how you block out the noise. Obviously, you told me how you do it. But, like, you know, just from the outside looking in, it can seem overwhelming. And I just wanted to know, how do you make sure that your mental health is in check? You know, because we saw you, that video you posted, you know, in the rain. And, you know, you were saying, like, you know, people don't understand what comes with this. So what are some of the things that come with the sport of boxing that I feel like us as fans don't see or don't understand, and how do you make sure, like, all right, I gotta make sure my mental is good?
Yeah, that's deep what you just asked me. You know, that video that I posted was real. I just finished training, and it was a training session that I feel like I was about to pass out. Like, that's how hard I was going.
Yeah.
And the door was open in the back, and I looked, and it was raining. I was like, yo, I gotta go out there. And I had my cameraman with me. You know, he follows me everywhere, so. You know, when he seen that, he just started recording me. And I'm just, like, looking up, like, yo, like, this is crazy. Like, boxing is hard, you know what I'm saying? And we take a lot of punishment, not just physically, but mentally.
Yeah.
You feel me? And, you know, at this level, man, it's tough, you know, to go through days of training, you know, sparring, beating up your body. Then you got to go home and be a father. Then you got to go home and be a, you know, a husband. Then you got to go home and be, you know, a son to your mother and your father, you feel me?
Brother.
Then you gotta be a brother. Then you know, there's a lot. And then when you the centerpiece of your family, you know, it's like everything falls on you. You know, a lot of people depend on me, you know, and not depend on me financially, like, oh, you know, give me money, but they depend on me, like, I'm that guy, you feel me? Like, I'm the guy in my family where, you know, it's either I'm gonna be able to make it or break it, you feel me? And that's what goes in my mind every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, me, you know, for this fight, you know, prepping for this fight, I just think about me, you know, my family, you know, like, you know, I'm Edgar now, but the main thing is, like, who I'm gonna be September 15th. And my coach told me that today. He's like, yo, who are you gonna be September 15th is determines on you.
Right.
September 15th, so you're gonna fight September 14th. September 15th is the next day when you wake up in a hotel after your fight. Who are you gonna be? Are you going to wake up September 15th and be a legend and say, yo, you just got the job done. You just beat a Hall of Fame legend. You just beat Canelo Alvarez. You know, you're the king at the 168 division. Or you're going to wake up on September 15th and be a sad dude, you know, and wake up and, you know, be in your feelings and like, damn, I could have did this. Damn, I could have threw more punches. Damn, I could have pushed the fight after the sixth. Like, it's a lot, you know, so it's mental. And, you know, I just be in my Bible now. Like, I just really focus on God, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's the only person that could really help me with all the anxiety, you know, all the stress, and just for my mental, you know. So I just read a lot of, you know, just scriptures from the Bibles. I open up my Bible. I go to church on Sundays, you know. I talk to I got prayer warriors now with me, you know. So, like, I got people praying for me, you know, and, you know, I got a bishop, you know, that's praying for me every day hard, you know, praying for my mental, because at the end of the day, it's all mental with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never been nothing physical with me. Everything always been mental.
That's awesome. Because I know firsthand, you know, the power of God, and, you know, I've been a believer I grew up in that, you know. So obviously hearing you say that, it like warms my heart, you know, to see that that's what you're clinging to, and that in times of need or times where you feel like, I'm not right now, you know where to go, who to go to, and you have, it sounds like you have a really good support system that, you know, is helping you in that area. Is this spiritual journey something that you were kind of like raised in, or is it something that you just started kind of recently? Yeah,
I found God when I was like 12 years old.
Awesome.
I was young. I was like 12, 13. And my brother, you know, Jason Ben, he's the one that like implanted the word in me and stuff. And from there, I just fell in love, you know what I'm saying, with the Lord. Like, I fell in love with his presence, you know, with the Holy Spirit and stuff. And I just kept it going, you know. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't like fully on it. You know, at times, you know, I was drifting away, but for some reason, like once God has your heart, He'll never let you go. Like you could try to run from Him, you could try to, you know, sneak away and try to get away, but a day gonna come where, you know, you're gonna hit some and you're gonna be like, damn, like I need you. You feel me? And it's definitely now that I'm getting older. You know, I'm a father now. You know, you know, I got a family, so. I gotta be a leader, you know what I'm saying, for myself, for my household, for my son, for my girl, for my family, for my father now. I'm a man, you know, and for my career. Yeah,
no, definitely. I think that's amazing to hear. And, you know, God will always, even when we try to run away, God will always bring us back, you know, do something to be like, hello. You also got baptized, right?
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
I feel like a different man. Yeah. And definitely, like, we didn't get the fight, but, like, once I heard that we was like, you get in a fight, like you get in a fight, and we got the numbers that we wanted.
Oh, and you got the numbers that you wanted? That's God.
Yo, I called my pastor, I called Pastor John. I'm like, yo, man, like, I want to get baptized, bro. Like, I'm ready. Like, this was not us, man. Like, I put in hard work. Yeah, you know, I did what I had to do in the sport. You know, I've been boxing since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
But you know, definitely was the man upstairs, and I was like, yo, I got to get past, I got to change my life, man. Like, I gotta, you know, leave the old Edgar and come in with the new Edgar, you know, so that's what I did.
That's awesome. I'm really happy for you. I'm really, really happy for you. And, you know, I pray that you stay on this journey and that you stay cemented in that, because that's a beautiful thing. Like you said, you are a leader for your house, for your family. And if you lead them in the right way, they will follow. You know, you said your son Chosen is 3, right?
Yeah.
How has fatherhood changed you?
Oh, man, you know, it happened so quick because, you know, when I got with Jen, you know, we was, like, so in love with each other. And it was, you know how it is, like, you know, you get
you're in the honeymoon phase.
So it's like, and I was just moving, and I never felt like that with a girl, so I was like, And then boom, she got pregnant, like, in 3 months with me, but it felt like I was with her for 3 years already.
It felt
you know
right,
what I'm saying? Like, the 3 months felt like 3 years, so it was like something like, and I said, yo, babe, like, I'm like, yo, before you, I was like, I was dealing with a lot of women, but I wasn't in a relationship. You know, I was young.
You were outside.
Yeah, exactly. I was outside. So when I got with her, it was like, boom, I already knew. I'm like, oh. I'm like, damn, she's pregnant. I'm like,
this is real now.
Yeah, it was something in my heart. I was like, wait, hold up. Nah, it's good. Like, I wanted her to keep the baby. I'm like, and she was like more like, oh, like she was scared. And I was like, nah, let's do it. Like, let's keep the baby. And I'm like, 3 months, but I was just going, you know. But so going back to what you said, so it happened so fast, right? Like me becoming a father and everything. And it's up to like probably like 6 months ago where I'm like really like understanding like the roles of being a father. Like it's so important, man. Like not saying that I wasn't being a good father.
No, of course, but there's a difference between like being a dad and then like being a father. You know what I mean? And you can be there for your child and be attentive, but there's just certain things that it takes as a father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be there. So.
And just me, you know, seeing him growing every day, I'm like, damn, I gotta start talking different. Yeah. You know, I gotta, you know, he looks at everything I'm doing. Like I'm like his split image, you feel me? So I gotta be the greatest role model I could ever be for him, you know what I'm saying? And for myself. So that's why it goes back to leadership, you know what I'm saying? Like being a leader in my family is so important, you know, because whatever my son sees at 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, you know, he's like a sponge. He's gonna take all that in, you know what I'm saying? And then when he gets older, that's who he's gonna become, you feel me? So if I could teach him, obviously he's gonna be his own man, but if I could teach him the right steps, you feel me, and become a great man, a great husband, you know what I'm saying, a great father for his kids when he get older, that's my goal. You feel me? For him to become successful, I want him to become a baseball player.
Oh, I was gonna ask you if you want to do boxing.
Yeah, not boxing.
No, not boxing.
Yeah,
baseball?
boxing. Yeah, baseball, man. Like
why not boxing?
Leave that for me, you know what I'm saying? I'll take the punches, you know, I'm doing everything for him, you know what I'm saying? I'll take the punches, I'll take all the hardships, I'll take everything, all the suffering, I'll take it. You know, I want him to be successful in another industry, you know what I'm saying? He loves rapping, you know, he be on the mic talking, you know, he be singing his songs and stuff, so I don't know, probably we have a singer.
Right, you might have a rapper, singer, baseball player.
But he's definitely, like, his name is Chosen, so he's definitely gonna be somebody special in this world. Like he's like a magnet to people. You feel me? Like anywhere he goes, he lights up the room. Yeah. You feel me? At 3 years old, like
so imagine.
Kids, you know, older people, like they fall in love with him. You feel me? It reminds me of myself when I was young, because I was the same way. Like when I was young, people, like, I was a magnet for people. So me seeing him is like, sometimes I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I saw him on stage with King C.
Yeah, he be going.
Shout out to King C. It was so cute. He posted a video, and I
was
was like, oh my God, little baby. And he was like dancing, and like he had the crowd going crazy. Little baby, 3 years old. He was so cute.
Him, and he was in front of probably like 200 kids, and he didn't care.
He didn't care, yeah. Okay, so now because you are a New Yorker, you said you wanted your son to play. To be a baseball player. Yeah. What team would you want him to play for? Yankees or Mets?
Yankees, baby.
Yankees, there we go. Baby. We got a Mets fan in the building. He's a hater. You know, he gets mad at me because I'm a Yankees fan too, and he's like, he's Mets fan.
Yankees.
Okay,
man.
So Yankees, of course, the Yankees. You have to play. Okay,
and we in a good area too. Like this area is like 10 out of 10 for the schools. Like,
okay, good.
And a lot of scouts is out here. Like they come out here to watch the kids in high school. You know, like big D1. You know. So I'm like, damn, we stay over here. If I could start putting him, he's 3 years old, so I could put him into T-ball and get him going with that. You feel me? And, you know, I know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? To go through that. How can I say? I have a career, so I know what it takes to get to that level. You feel me? Like, I know it's a different sport,
you know the process,
but the mentality,
the journey, and what it takes to get there.
The discipline, you know, the hard work. I know what it takes to get there to that top, even if it's baseball. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I know that if I gotta push them, I know how to push them. You know, just like my dad did with me.
That's awesome. So has your dad always been like a really big part of your life?
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Since even the times that he, you know, went away to jail and stuff, he was always there.
How long ago? I mean, not how long ago, but how much time?
Yeah, so my dad, right? So when I was a newborn, I was like two weeks old. He and this is on ESPN has shot this too. They he was you know, my dad was in the streets heavy. You know, he was outside heavy, and he got into an incident in the club. You know, shot 2 people. You know, he went away for 7 years. Wow. So I didn't get to see him till I was 7.
Till you're 7.
You know what I'm saying? And I probably seen him 3 times, 4 times I go on a visit, but he was up in the mountains. He was upstate. So it was like an 8-hour drive, 10-hour drive. And my mom was by herself. You know, we was back living in the projects. And it was just me and my 2 sisters, you know, so it was hard for my mom. You feel me? Like, newborn, and my sisters is young.
Take that drive.
Yeah, to take the drive. Then we had to go on a bus. I remember we had to go on a big bus to go out there. So he did the 7, came home. When he came home, he put me into boxing. And then Pops went back into the streets, whatever. And then when I was 10, 3 years later, he got picked up again for 4 years. And between the 3 years, he got into another little incident that he was away for like 8 months. So you figure you dropped the 3 years down probably to 2 years that I had him outside with me. And then he went away for like almost 5 years. And I was still boxing though, like I still stood in the gym. Yeah, so I stood in the gym, you know, I still training, but I was drifting away from boxing because he wasn't around. You know, he wasn't giving that push, picking me up like that. So my old coach used to come and, you know, force me and take me to the gym and pick me up from school. But I stood with it, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when he came out, and then from there, it was just like he changed his life completely. He was just like, yo, I'm done with this. Like, I'm going to just put all my energy into my son and look where we are now.
Right. So how does it feel to see, you know, how he's so dedicated and he's like, you know, just a really good support system for you? How does it feel to be so successful and to have your dad by your side?
Amazing, man. You know, my dad is, you know, believe it or not, he's one of my biggest role models in life. I look up to him.
Yeah, for
you know, even if all the things that he's done, you know what I'm saying, being away from me for those years, you know, I knew it was a benefit to benefit us, you feel me? And, you know, sometimes, you know, you be at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people, and that's when wrong things happen. So, you know, my dad is you know, he's a role model, and he really showed me how to, you know, work hard, what working hard is, you know. My dad was never the type, you know, to like work a 9 to 5 or drive trucks or like, you know, we got a towing truck company. He's working a day in, day out, you know, on his company, you know. So I just see all his hard work, and I just pick up on that, you know, all the good. You know, I definitely like bringing it in like a sponge. Sure.
What does your family say about your success?
Oh, they love it. They happy, you know. You know, a lot of my family, you know, my family is very humble. Like from my mom's side and my father's side, like they're super duper humble people. Like the most humblest people you could ever like run into. You know what I'm saying? My aunts, my cousins. Like you probably have like out of 100 cousins, 100 aunts that I got, you probably have like one of them that's probably like the ratchet one. You feel me? Like, you know?
Well, there's always one ratchet uncle, one ratchet aunt, but you know?
Everybody's humble, man. And that's why awesome. I get my humble, you know, that's why I'm so humble. Is that's how I grew up, you know what I'm saying? From my mother, my father, my uncles, my aunts and stuff, you know, so. But they look at me like, it's different now, you know how they look at me. They look at me like,
you know, they say like, oh, there's always like one celebrity in the family, but it's not like a real celebrity, but like you really are the celebrity in your family.
I'm really the celebrity.
You're really that guy.
So they look at me like, and it's good, you know, it's a good feeling, you know, when they always checking up on me.
Yes,
you know, they always making sure I'm good. How's my mental? You know, how's everything? My sister's always reaching out to me, you know, making sure I'm good. You know, my mom is always calling me, you know. Yesterday, she sent me a video, or this morning she sent me a video. She was at work. And I was like, I got sentimental, you know, because my mom is worried. You know, she always worries for me.
Yeah,
you know,
of course, she's a mom.
She's in New York, you know, and she made a video, you know, she was like, I'm sorry, Mom, for even saying this, but I'm going to say it. She was recording, and she's in her job, and she says every day she goes to this window, and you could just see the city, and she talks with God, and she prays for me. In the video, she was crying, and she sent it to me this morning, and she was just like in the video, like, I'm sorry, but you know, I worry for you. You know, I got the biggest fight of my life, September 14th, so she's just worried for everything. Like, she don't think she could be able to stand there and watch me fight, you know, but I just tell her all the time, like, you know, God is good, you know, we good, we in this position for a reason, and, you know, I love you.
Yeah, and, you know, as a mom, it's, you know, it's like, of course she's going to worry, you know, and I think people sometimes, like, we always talk about what we want to see and how we want this one and that one, but boxing is such a tough sport, physically, mentally, emotionally, and I think people don't realize how dangerous it is. I mean, we've seen people literally die in the ring, you know, so it makes sense why your mom is probably like, hey, you know,
she never wanted me to box. She never wanted me to box. She was always the type, like, if I don't go to the gym, like, if I be like, your mom, I'm not going to the gym, she'll be fine, you know, she'll always be like, whatever. Because she didn't like me seeing me taking punches at 8 years old, 9 years old. And she's still happy, but she just gets so much anxiety from this sport, man. It's crazy. Like, her sending me that video this morning, I felt like bad. I was like, damn, man. Like, now I got to do my thing September 14th for sure.
And then the last segment that we're going to play, it is a Drake-inspired segment. It's called 6 p.m. in Atlanta because I'm a big Drake fan. Everybody knows that. Okay, so the first question is views. What's your favorite scenery?
Jamaica, when I was staying in the bungalow.
Next question is take care. When's the last time you felt taken care of?
When's the last time I felt taken care of? It was for Valentine's.
What did your girl do for you?
She had everything, like balloons and chocolate. It was crazy. Yeah.
That's nice. Next question is, time flies. What's a memory you would love to relive?
Damn, my birthday.
More M's. What is a purchase that you regret? What's a big purchase you regret?
Probably my jewelry.
How much have you dropped?
Like, my chain was like $110,000.
Hype. What is a song that gets you hype to either come out or like spar, get in the ring? What is that song that like gets you in that mood?
I'm not gonna lie, worship music.
Really?
Yeah. Like, worship music does something different. Like, I be playing that now in my gym, like when I'm training, and it just takes me to another level. Like, yesterday, I was running and I was blasting worship music on my phone.
What worship music? Like, what's some artists you like Maverick City?
I like I don't really know the names.
Okay.
But I got a playlist on my Apple Music. But I like this one called I Believe. I'm not even gonna sing it.
I Believe in Miracles.
It's like, I believe in God our Father. I believe in
yes, that's a classic. Yes. I believe in. Who sings that?
Our God is 3 in 1.
Yep, I know that song.
Go right there. But don't get me wrong too. I like reggaeton too.
Of course, yeah.
I like playing at like street.
Yeah, like Young Chimmy.
Yeah, like Chimmy, Lual.
Lual.
Yeah, Lual, Chimmy,
Mike
Sombra.
Towers.
Not really Mike in the gym. Mike Towers more for like if I'm chilling, like in a crib or something,
vibing, yeah.
But like in the gym, like if I, besides the words, I'll probably play like a Chimmy or like Lualaile or Sombra or Precho, like that gets me in my mode, in my Spanish mode.
Of course. So is that gonna change then what you're gonna do for your walkout? Because you always have crazy walkouts and you always bring, the best of the best. So now I'm like, you find Canelo, what does that mean? You bringing out Bad Bunny or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that gonna like change what you come out to? Because I mean, you saw Ryan Garcia came out to a Christian song before.
Yeah,
he came out to Oceans.
Not yet. I got the plan already. You know, who I'm working on with.
It's big, right?
It's
a big. They're Puerto Rican, obviously.
Yeah, facts.
They're in music.
Yes.
And so it's gotta be loyalty. The Daddy Yankee
it's
or
loyalty.
Bad Bunny.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be Fat Joe and Theo Calderon. It's a lean back remix.
My goodness. You need to tell Fat Joe. I've been trying to get an interview with him for years.
Yeah, I got you.
You gotta tell him, like, yo, please.
With Remy Ma, too. I'm trying to bring Remy Ma.
Nah, I gotta go to Vegas because y'all fighting on my birthday, too. Like, I gotta be there. And I love Fat Joe.
And I'm trying to push to have Mark Anthony do the...
That's huge.
Yeah, to the remix of Lean Back.
Yo, that's gonna be crazy.
And then I'm trying to push to have Mark Anthony sing the Puerto Rican...
Unbelievable.
Anthem.
Unbelievable. Right? Or sing, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And then the last question is, hours in silence, where do you feel most at peace?
Me?
Yeah, like where do you feel like most at peace?
In my crib, in my house, and if not in my house, in church.
In church?
Yeah,
you go to a church in
around here?
Around here? That's awesome. That's me.
Yo, and the press conference for Monday going to be...
So wait, because Canelo's going to be there too.
Yeah.
So what are your predictions for how that press conference is gonna go? Also, you have mentioned, right, that you have a respect for Canelo and that you played it right? You didn't get too crazy with it, but you also let him know, like, yo, I'm a worthy opponent. We gotta get it in. Now that you have the fight, is that gonna change? Because obviously,
maybe.
You know what I mean, like.
Maybe.
The boxing fans probably want to see you guys. Want to see that kind of trash talk aspect of it.
Yeah.
Is that gonna change, or are you gonna still kind of keep it cool?
Maybe. This is a sport. This is entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna feel him out first, see how he's coming?
Yeah. But he probably gonna get tight because I'll probably steal a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got Chef G walking me out for the press conference.
Damn, Chef
Monday,
G.
So.
Damn, I might have to go to the press conference on Monday now.
Yeah, it's
That's
about to be
crazy.
lit. I'm probably gonna pull up in a Lambo truck.
Yeah.
Lamborghini Huracan, drop top, no shirt, chains on. In my city, I'm in New York, so.
Of course.
That's my
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he gotta respect that.
Now, do you think that when you do that type of stuff, do you think that people misconstrue your personality?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because, just talking to you, and even when I interviewed you before, like, you're very humble. You are humble, a family man.
Yeah.
About your family and stuff. And I think sometimes people think like, oh, he's too flashy or he's too this or he's too this, not even realizing like that's not who I am. So do you think that people misconstrue who you are?
Yeah, all the time. But it's more on social media because when people see me in person, they fall in love with me. Like, oh, nah, this dude's not a jerk.
Yeah.
You feel me? And like right now, like if I go outside and I see a guy with no shoes and he needs shoes, I give him my Versace slides. I take it. Like that's the type of person I am, So I don't, like I said, I don't really go off what people think. That's people's opinion.
Yeah.
I'm from New York. Like we are fashion.
You gotta
like
show
we
up
are
and show out.
We from New York. Like I was born into this life. Like I've always liked jewelry. I always liked looking good. I always liked having that even me growing up. I was around it. You feel me? And I'm a guy that like I got sort of like a Harlem type of thing. You feel me? Like I got from Harlem.
Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, from Brooklyn. But Harlem is like more like people look at Harlem like fashion.
Yeah, like trendsetters, fashion, all that stuff.
You feel like when Cameron, when Jim Jones and everybody was coming up, this is the Bronx too, So I feel like I got that swag.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, but that's just me. Like I don't really.
It's like I try to tell people this all the time because even though I live in Atlanta, born and raised in the Bronx, I'm like New York is legit like its own country. Like people don't understand. Like we got our own culture, we got our own lingo. Yeah. Our food is amazing, and like what people think is like us doing too much. That's our day to day. I'm like, have y'all never been clubbing in New York? Like you gotta see how people pull up to the clubs in New York. Like this ain't nothing new. People are, pulling up in Dykeman in a Lambo, and if you pull up in a Lambo, like, so what? And you a celebrity, you know what I mean? Like people don't understand, like, there's just certain things. That's just how we are. Like, we're gonna.
Nah, that's a fact.
It's true. Like,
the clubs,
come on,
when you pulling up to the clubs, you be seeing all the Dominicans up in Dykeman pulling up in the Lambo trucks, Ferraris.
Rolls Royce.
Damn, like,
the girls be looking crazy, like good, I'm like hair done, like makeup done. They look nice, dressed up, guys. So I'm like, listen, New Yorkers get money. That's just how we are. That's how you know what I mean. So it's not that you just being too flashy. You just in New York.
It's just what it is, cause like I live in Florida now, right?
Yeah.
And look how I'm dressed. Like, I wouldn't be like
you
this.
You would never go out like, yo.
I don't even got a cut. Like, I haven't had a cut in probably like 3 weeks. Like, I'm going crazy. Like, my hair's long. Like, I will never be like this.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like,
of course.
But I don't know. It's like when you go into the New York realm, it's like,
it's just different.
It's just different.
People don't understand. Like, the minute you step out of that plane, it's just different. Like, I tell people too, like in Georgia, I be going to Publix looking crazy. Would I ever do that in the Bronx? Would I ever do it in New York? Never. So, but yeah. But anyway, I just want to say thank you so much, Edgar, for taking the time. You know, I'm really looking forward to this press conference. I'm looking forward to this fight. You know, body power, you got this. I am rooting for you. Despite all the hate, despite all the backlash, just know that there's a lot of people rooting for you, whether they want to admit it or not. So just tell everybody where they can find you on social media. And then after you say that, I want you to look into that camera and I want you to send a message to the haters out there who feel like you don't deserve this opportunity.
You can follow me at Instagram, Edgar Berlanga, Twitter, Edgar Berlanga Jr., Facebook, Edgar Berlanga, my TikTok, Edgar Berlanga. And for all the haters out there, man, y'all gonna eat y'all fucking words. Sorry for cursing. Y'all gonna eat y'all words. Everything that y'all saying, y'all gonna eat it, man. And y'all can stay on that side, like what John Moran said. Stay on that side. I don't want y'all coming back on this side. Stay on that side. You hear me? Y'all gonna keep talking y'all gonna keep doing what y'all do. That's y'all world. Y'all stay over there. Y'all pack up all the hate. All the haters, y'all gonna stay in that circle together. You feel me? But just tune in September 14th, live on pay-per-view.